Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. Yeah, I've moved. You can see that I've moved and see that this is the kitchen you're looking at, and over here is the living room. You can get a look at it. Yep, there it is. So, yeah, I'm trying to do this without waking too many people up because it is kind of getting late, so whatever. Obviously, I wouldn't pick out the tablecloth and whatnot, but whatever, right? So, moving on, I just want to get to the games, the games, because that's what I'm here for. And I did play some games, and I've got some games to play. So, I need to get this moving. Starting off with Mass Effect 3. This is the N7 Collector's Edition, which includes a whole bunch of goodies and whatnot. And I just screwed it up and I won't be able to get it back in there. There we go. Alright, good to go. So yeah, Mass Effect 3. I thought it was a great game. It pretty much played the same as Mass Effect 2. So that's good for me because I enjoyed Mass Effect 2 more than the first, and this is probably even better, I would say. I just really like how it tied up a lot of the loose ends that were happening all throughout the trilogy, finished up a lot of things without going too spoilery. It did a lot of stuff that was pretty awesome, and the ending I thought was pretty good. So I don't really see what all the controversy was. I thought it was pretty good, but can't please everybody, I guess, is the motto, is the moral of the story there. I probably will go back to see what they changed with that DLC or patch or whatever they're putting out. And surprisingly, Mass Effect 3 has a pretty decent multiplayer component. Because, that's what everybody expects out of Mass Effect. The thing is if you want the best ending in the single player, you do have to play it, but that's discounting things a little bit because it is actually really good, despite that you have to play that. So, but yeah, so whatever. Great. And yeah. I mean, it is what it is, and I'll play it once in a while with friends, but that's about it. I mean, it's sort of lost its, it's sort of lost the wow factor, and it's lost a lot of its fun, but it's still pretty decent, and nothing says I won't go back to it, so. And then, for my birthday, which was in March, I got Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. The special edition, which comes with a whole bunch of random DLC goodies and a few patches and whatnot. And the cool steelbook. I like the steelbook. Pretty much the cover, but without the text. And then Umbrella logo. Kind of neat. Now, boy, that game. I didn't know what to expect. I thought, well, it certainly looks like a third-person shooter, so I expected Gears of War. What I got was SOCOM. And from what I understand, that makes sense, because Slant 6, the makers of this game, let's point to their logo, their tiny little logo. And they made the SOCOM, or some of the SOCOM games on the PSP and SOCOM Confrontation on the PS3. So, that's a thing they did. and it plays like SOCOM. And take it or leave it. I mean, that's ultimately what it plays like. And it's not really necessarily a bad thing. It's just sort of unexpected and odd for Resident Evil. I guess this is the company that thought first-person shooters were good. Third-person shooters, I guess, work okay, but it's not Resident Evil 6, which is what I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully that comes out and it's just balls awesome, and it looks like it will be, so I don't know. Then we have, but ultimately, Operation Raccoon City is buggy. Before I move on, just want to point out that Operation Raccoon City is buggy. It does have a lot of problems, but it is still fun to play with some co-op friends if you can find them. So, yeah, but I mean, good luck with that. But it is fun and does add some. It has some new characters. I'm not going to say they're interesting because they're not, but it's always fun for me to see more Resident Evil. Even if this does like discount the liquors, because in Resident Evil 2, here we go off again. In Resident Evil 2, the liquors were sort of a big event. Like, oh my god, it's a liquor. Holy crap, how am I ever going to get out of this situation with this big old liquor in my face? In Operation Raccoon City, you get like 20 liquors at once. So it kind of devalues some of the enemies. But and on a final note, I will say it was neat to revisit some of the locations from Resident Evil 2 and 3 and stuff. Seeing the police department, Raccoon City Police Department was neat and stuff. So I'm a sucker. What can I say? And Resident Evil Revelations, I do have that as well. Have not played much, but I'm going to get to that soon. I know it. What? Okay, Left 4 Dead 2. This is not new. I've had this since it came out, but it's fun to play still. I thought you should know that, because you. Just one of those games you can always come back to and never be bored. It's fun with friends, and that's pretty much all you can say. It's fun with friends. So, what was this? I don't know what I'm doing. Battlefield Bad Company 2. I got the Ultimate Edition. Have not played much. There still seems to be quite a bit of people playing this online. I think it was the last EA game to come out without an online pass. So that's odd to see. And that's about it. And it's fun, I guess. I'm still trying to get the hang of it. An unexpected purchase was Battlefield 3. Now, I hated the beta. Hated it. I would have been perfectly fine if I never played the game again because of the beta. I guess you can't judge a game by its beta. Just like you can't judge a Coke by its bottle. That makes no sense. But anyway, Battlefield 3 uses the awesome power of Frostbite 2. So that's what makes it awesome. What else do I need to say? Moving on. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Battlefield 3 is awesome because of its possibilities for what you can do. I mean, I loved Battlefield 1943. I did. I loved it. It was my favorite Battlefield game I'd ever played until 3 came along. 3 has huge maps, vehicles that take advantage of them. That's about all I need, because I'm a big vehicle person when it comes to games. If there's a vehicle, I'm in it. And if I'm not in it, I'm trying to get in it. That's about all there is to it. So that's what I'm into. But the shooting, I mean, not to discount the shooting aspect, because the gunplay is done well as well. Why is there a disc in there? Oh, it's a 2-disc game. feel like an idiot. But yeah, Battlefield 3 is awesome and much better than Modern Warfare 3, if you ask me. So yeah. And then we, moving on, we have Dead Rising 2 off the record, which a friend of mine bought, and mainly for online sandbox, which is something that people have wanted since the first Dead Rising. They've wanted sandbox, and of course co-op is always nice. So Dead Rising 2 has both of those mixed together, and it works well. Well, the saving system's still wonky. That's I guess that's a thing with Dead Rising. The save system's always going to suck. But it has a good checkpoint system now, which means you can't just die and lose all your progress. Always good. And of course the sandbox, which is neat. Neat way to earn a whole bunch of PP, which is XP, and money before moving on to the main game. Then we have Tropical 4, which I have not played yet. I just thought I'd show it to you that got it. Oh. And then we have The Witcher 2, which is over there, and I just don't feel like going and getting it. But we got Witcher 2 today, and I'm really enjoying it. It's the closest game I can come up with that it's like is Dark Souls. And I know that's weird, but it's true. It's like an easier Dark Souls as far as like how the combat works and like the magic works and whatnot. The closest game I can think of is Dark Souls. Maybe like a Dark Souls mixed with a Fable, maybe some Dragon Age in there somewhere. I don't know. It's The Witcher, and it's pretty good. I've just gotten to the part where it opens up. You can actually go off and do your own thing. And that's like 3 hours in or something, and it's just fantastic, and it's just getting better. So, I don't know. I never played The Witcher 2 before. I mean, this is the 360 version. I never played The Witcher 2 before or The Witcher 1, so I had no idea what to expect. But I can tell you that Witcher 2 is fantastic. So, you do get it if you have the ability, because it's a really good game. Especially if you're looking for that type of game. It's definitely something you should look into. Man, that's a lot of games. And let me tell you, the games I'm going to be playing a lot very soon. I'm going to be playing a lot of Tropical 4, because I love Tropical 3. So why wouldn't I like Tropical 4? Dead Rising 2 off the record. Battlefield 3. Witcher 2. Bits and pieces of these two games. I got Battlefield 3 single player I haven't touched. There's probably more. Oh, I just got Fez on Live Arcade. I mean, there's just a ton of games, and there's going to be more. So, hopefully things will slow down. Oh, and I got iPad games, and I got iPhone games, I got so many games. And I want to play Max Payne. Max Payne 3 is going to be sweet. I'm going to go out of my goddamn mind.